Are on. Okay, great. Hi.
We don't see the beginning part?
We're on. No, we're doing the
that's
countdown
that's
first.
The
later.
pre-show.
Hey, you can tell we got a rookie being the host tonight. So, Chad, if you're watching out there, hey, you brought this on yourself. That's all I can say.
Aww.
Hey, everybody, this
On
is Brad, and
vacation.
I'm so excited to be back. I've not had an opportunity to be on the show for several weeks, and so super glad to be back and to be joined by our amazing co-hosts for the evening, Sandy. Say hi, Sandy.
Hey guys, how you doing tonight?
And then there's Roxanne or Roxy or Rox or whatever name she wants to go by.
Hey guys.
Hi, Rox. And of course, we get our famous and infamous Gina, the woman behind the man, the woman that makes it happen,
so
the woman that
excited to
keeps
be
it
here.
going.
So excited to be here. I had a great day at Disneyland. If you guys saw my live, it was
I
so
did.
fun.
Yeah.
It's our last day before, well, it's my last day before they tear everything down and go back to normal. So I'll be back next week with the normal stuff. So, well, let me do my countdown for you for Walt Disney World, because Disneyland, I'll be there next week, and I'll be there the week after that, and I'll be there the week after that, and the week after that, and so on and so forth.
I
So
can only wish.
I have no countdown for Disneyland, but for Disney World,
I feel real bad for you, Gina.
yeah,
Poor
you
thing.
can't.
Yeah.
World
Problems.
Island.
Yeah.
So I've got 33 days until the Grand Geek and what is that? The Grand Geek
Grand
Gathering.
Gathering.
There we go. And we'll be staying at Boardwalk. So I'm very excited. That'll be my first time at Boardwalk. And then in 159 days, we're doing Old Key West, and we're having our Old Key West meetup before I get on the cruise. Now, a lot of people are doing the Wish DVC member cruise. I'm not those people. I waited for the third sailing, so I'll be getting on that. That will wave in passing as they're disembarking. I'll be getting on. So, and then it's not planned yet, but I'm planning in my head an October trip. So that's it. Sandy, what about you?
So I'm going to cross my fingers that eventually I get down there. But theoretically, it's supposed to be in 2 weeks. And theoretically, it's supposed to be next month. And theoretically, it's supposed to be June. And theoretically, it's supposed to be August. And we'll see if any of those happen at this point.
Nice.
I don't know if you've ever seen that TikTok video with that little kid who keeps saying, and apparently. Sounds like
That's how I feel, Brad.
Sandy.
That's how I
Yep.
feel.
How about you, Roxy? What are you
Well,
doing?
I'm hoping we all stay healthy because I'm with Gina in 33 days. Grand Geek and Gathering, February 6th, February 4th, 6th, something like that.
February 4th, yeah.
Yeah, February 4th. I think I'm there Friday night with you, Gina.
Yay.
And then we're going to try something new. We're going to Disneyland in 216 days, which is
Yay.
August. So I'm excited
Okay.
about that one.
Tell me the dates because I have to make my reservation.
Okay, cool.
So is that your first time out, Rox?
It's going to be second time at Disneyland. So, and my kids were, let's see, they were 12 and now they're in college. So this is going to be really different.
So it's been a week or two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, awesome. And that's all you got on the docket so far?
Yep.
Okay. Well, last time I was on the podcast, 2 or 3 back, I had a hard time because it was like, I got nothing on the docket and nothing in the pipeline, and I'm really not looking at anything yet. And I was telling everybody before we came on the air, that's changed now. So 27 days before I am at Disney World, making my first stay. Because I'm DVC, I usually end up staying DVC, but I'm actually staying in, and I've never stayed in a moderate. I don't think I've stayed, Caribbean. I stayed there once.
Okay.
I'm staying at Port Orleans. I really wanted to try
nice.
that out.
Yeah.
Couldn't get into French Quarter, but got into Riverside. And so I'm staying there for a few days for a travel agent training out there. And then we're putting together our family trip for this year for the week. We're going out the week of Thanksgiving. That was my kids' choice. And I said, you sure? And they said, yeah, we've been so many times. Bring the crowds on. We've done it. But it's just so nice to be out there when the change happens, and
that'll be so great.
Get a Christmas party and stuff.
Yeah.
So we'll be out there about 7 days for that. I'm going on a cruise. I got 170 days possibly before I'll be out in Orlando for a Universal trip. And then
Nice.
then about 2 months that I'm going on a cruise, but it's not a Disney cruise. So Tried to get on the wish and
doesn't
it couldn't get
count.
on. So
It
I just
didn't
stopped
happen.
on it.
Doesn't count.
Yeah.
Didn't happen. Oh.
Okay.
That's great. So let's see what's
Well,
going on out in the world.
yeah.
Oh, some people on Facebook, please give StreamYard permission because there's some of you say Facebook user. Just heads up. Carol says hi.
Hi, Carol.
Patricia says hello, everyone. Happy New Year. Amanda, 36 days till their
Hey.
10-day 4-resort stay for their
Oh,
kids'
wow.
birthday.
Oh my gosh. I've heard of
Wow.
back-to-backs, but back-to-back to
Wow.
back-to-back. Woo.
Yeah, that's
Molly, Riviera, Animal Kingdom, and Beach Club.
They're
That's
taking
Nice.
a page out of your book there, Brad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, two's good for me. Yeah. Yeah.
Rebecca's doing a 26 days till her split stay at
Oh,
Grand
cool.
Cal and Copper.
We'll be out there
Grand
around
Floridian.
we'll be out there the same
Sorry.
time.
When I say Grand, I always say Cal. Sorry, Grand and Copper Creek. And Jake saying hi. Hi, Jake. And they'll be a Friday for the weekend running the half marathon.
Yay.
Way to go,
Awesome.
Jake.
nice.
Rob says Happy New Year. Happy New Year
Happy
to
New
you.
Year.
Tim has 48 days till their split stay at a 2-bedroom Grand Flow and 2-bedroom Animal Kingdom Savannah View.
That'll be
Awesome.
That's a split
Amazing.
stay I could do right there. That's
Yeah,
that's a
Mhm.
good plan.
Living large.
Right.
I think that we had figured out that we are kind of departing and arriving on the same day.
Oh, so you're gonna be like me with a ship. Hi, waving.
Meet up.
Kathy, hi. First time in a long time. No Walt Disney World plans, just Hilton Head and Vero.
Yay.
Oh, there you
I'm
go.
glad you're
She's
trying
my
Vero.
beach. Yeah, she's my beach girl.
Nice.
Just wait till Alani, Kathy. Hi, Nick. I'm sorry I missed you guys. 180 days till Copper Creek Riviera split stay. That's great. I missed them. It was raining and I couldn't handle it. I couldn't stay another minute. I'm like, I can't do this. It's too much. Happy New Year,
Happy
Carol.
New Year.
Happy
And
New
then
Year.
Holly says, hello, Happy New Year. 32 days till G3 at Beach Club, so we'll be neighbors.
Yay, we'll see you
And
there.
76 days until a week at Boulder Ridge. That's awesome. And they're working on a week in December at Disneyland. Well, let me know the dates.
There you go.
Like I
Yep.
said.
No.
And then 19 days till a short Kidani stay with Vicky, then 33 days as well for the Triple G. So Facebook user, I don't know who that is.
With
So it's-
Vicky. Is
with
it maybe
Vicky.
Shannon?
Oh, maybe it's Shannon. Shannon, Facebook user, got to give permission to StreamYard or watch on YouTube. And Ron, hi Ron, 58 days until their March trip, 5 nights at Boardwalk. Oh, that's
Yay.
awesome. 2-bedroom
Nice.
and then 2 nights, first time at a Poly Bungalow.
Oh,
we are
girl,
all
can you just start
jealous.
drooling now?
What day? I got to get air tickets. What day?
March.
You need a roommate?
And then Jen wishes us Happy New Year. And Carol, 43 days till Walt Disney World at Animal Kingdom to drop the son off at college program. Oh, yay.
Oh,
Congrats.
Lucky.
Wow.
Yay.
Back at it.
That's awesome. And then Jake says you're going to love Port Orleans, Brad.
I'm sure I will.
I'm sure you will.
My
Yay.
favorite non-DVC resort. Oh, that's great.
And then Caleb, 69 days till Beach Club, 154 until Animal Kingdom, and the pre and post Wish meetups. Yay, I'll see you there. So excited. And then 212 days till Animal Kingdom before the Wish cruise, followed by a week in Saratoga. Oh, good. We'll meet you. I'm excited to meet people. It's awesome. Another Facebook user. You guys need to give StreamYard permission, please. 3 days until a Riviera Animal Kingdom split stay. 88 days until spring break at a Boardwalk 1-bedroom and the Expedition Everest
Cool.
5K. Awesome.
Very fun.
197 days until Hilton Head. Oh, this is Amy. And 262 days until a week at Riviera that we hope to switch to Poly at 7 months. Then you're out of points until February. Oh my gosh. And Happy New Year from Bonnie, Scotland.
Happy New Year.
Thanks. Oh, Bev just got back from the Treehouse Villas. That's great.
Oh, fantastic.
Nice.
And Carrie, 18 days until Beach Club and 188 until Grand Cal. Yay. Well, let me know dates, Carrie. I will meet you. I always will.
We have a lot of beach club lovers. I'm liking this.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. Excited for tonight's show. Have a lot of goals and must-dos coming up. I think we all are so excited. Funny you say that, Gina. That's why I'm pulling back on Walt Disney World to save points to do Alani. Yes. Let us know. We've all been, right? We've all done Alani. We can all help Kathy. And Tim says, yes, Sandy, go figure. We're going on adult only August 15th to 19th Beach Club. Probably miss you again.
Maybe not. That's usually our travel dates for August. So we'll see. We'll see.
Maybe you can meet up. It'll happen. Courtney has 55 to Poly, 111 to Riviera, 171 to Grand Flow, and 335 to Bay Lake Tower. Wow, that's a real DVC.
It is.
There you go. Cranking them out.
And then Christy, 97 days to Boardwalk and Copper Creek. Yay. Oh, and then Shannon said she made it. Oh, Bev, you made it. You did it. You're fine. You're in. I gotcha. Sing says 23 days. Yay.
Oh, fun.
And then Christy has 35 days to Grand Cal, and then she's coming back. I'm going to meet her the second time because I'll be in.
Oh, wow.
We'll be at G3 for that trip. And Marianne says, hi. Hi, Marianne.
Hey, Marianne.
And and we got some people on here. It is Amy. Okay. And Amy's here.
You guessed right.
She knows her peeps.
I know the peeps. All right. Well, that's all for our pre-show. I'm going to drop everybody down and we'll start the show.
Welcome home, neighbors.
Welcome home, neighbors.
Hello, neighbors.
We're listening from
Arizona,
Florida,
Maryland, New York, New Jersey,
Minneapolis,
California,
Utah,
Michigan.
Iowa, Massachusetts, Georgia, Canada,
Our home resort is
Animal Kingdom,
Polynesian,
Bay Lake Tower,
Old Key West,
Riviera,
Boardwalk,
Alani Resort,
Hilton Head, Boulder Ridge, Copper Creek,
Grand Floridian,
Saratoga Springs,
Beach Club,
and Wilderness Lodge.
and you're listening to
and you're listening
You're listening to my
DVC voice.
Well, hi, everybody. This is Brad Coates, and I'll be serving as your host this evening. Our buddy Chad has taken the night off, and I warned him in the pre-show. You brought this on yourself, Chad, by putting me in charge. But we're very excited about the topic we're going to be talking about today. But before we get into that, we want to take a moment to thank our sponsor for this evening's show, DVC Resale Market. Is there anybody out there that's renting points? That's how you manage to get into your trips and use the DVC resorts. It's a simpler way to get it. If you don't own yet, it's a nice way to try it out. Well, or if you want to buy some points, so you're an owner, well, they're perfect to connect with. They even offer refinancing under the contract as well. The world of DVC can help in all areas of your journey. If you're renting, you're buying, you're refinancing in 2022, they've got it for you. So please check out our sponsors. Okay. I was reading exactly what he wrote, and now I can't read it that way. So it's a good reason to buy from DVC Resale Market. When you're renting points, they offer a process there. And Monera is fantastic for financing. These are all sponsors of our show, and we're truly grateful for all they do to help us keep our community live broadcasts going. Thousands of members in our community and can constantly hear great feedback about our sponsors that have used them. And we encourage you to reach out and give them a try. All right. Remember, World of DVC for your future DVC needs. Okay. Well, now that I butchered that, let's go ahead and get started. I'd like to welcome in our first co-sponsor for the evening, Sandy. Hey, Sandy.
Hey, Brad, how are you doing tonight? I'm really happy to be here with you.
I'm doing great. You're rocking the ears there. She's got her Alani ears on.
Got the Alani ears on.
She's up in Canada thinking about Hawaii. I think that's a wise choice on your part.
Yeah, definitely.
We're also joined this evening by Roxanne. Hi, Roxanne.
Hey, everybody. How you doing tonight?
Doing great. How are you?
I'm doing good over here. Trying to stay warm in Connecticut. Just waiting for my trip to Florida. That's all I'm waiting for here.
You and me both.
Yeah.
Yeah. So tonight's show is all about what are the things that you really want to focus on doing in the near future? What are the new experiences you want to do in 2022? What What new locations are you dreaming about? New places you haven't stayed? Or are you thinking about just going and staying at your normal home? And then we want to talk about new attractions, things that you haven't had the chance to experience so far, as far as the new rides and things. So we wanted to look at those things because, hey, it's a brand new year. It's time to be dreaming about new opportunities at our favorite place. So I'll kick it off this evening with our first question for the evening. What new experiences are you trying for 2022, or that you desire to try for 2022? Okay. Now this includes shows and experiences in the parks and resorts. That's really what it's focused on. So what are you looking to do? Well, for me, I was looking at trying to get into Steakhouse 71 because I love Steakhouse 55. When I go out to Disneyland, I got to have some Steakhouse 55. That's one of my favorite restaurants there as far as on property in Disneyland. So I tried to get in there and didn't have any luck. And I've been trying with Space 220. And of course, I got on seconds and I was too late. And I have the software that'll let you know when there's an opening. And I've gotten about 5 shots at it over the last 3 weeks. And every one of them, I mean, literally online within 15 seconds and it's already gone. So
unbelievable.
Yes.
I'm still not giving up. I'm going to keep trying. I'd love to try one of those restaurants. But since those aren't doing real good, the one must do that I know I can do that's on the docket for this year, I really want to get over to the Cirque du Soleil show to see the new Disney version drawn to life. I love Cirque du Soleil. How about you guys? I love those shows. And
well, coming from Montreal, can I say otherwise? They are based right here.
Yeah, there you go. I love those shows. I've seen them in Vegas. I've seen there at Disney World. I just and then of course lots of the cruise lines have their little baby versions, but they're not the real deal. But so I've actually just purchased my tickets. I'll be there February, so I'm very excited to try out the new show that's specifically designed for Drawn to Life. And last but not least, the one more that I'm hoping that I may be able to pull off. I was telling Gina earlier, I'm looking at possibly trying to get out there to Disneyland again. This last year, I wanted to do a Halloween show out there and it just didn't work out. The days I was out there, there was no shows and I couldn't change my days. So I'm really looking to try to plan specifically to get out there to do a Halloween show at Disneyland this year. So that's kind of where my stuff is at. So I think next up is going to be you, right, Sandy?
Yep, indeed.
How about you?
So we are tentatively scheduled to be at Disneyland sometime in July, hopefully, fingers crossed. So we're really looking forward to trying out the Avengers campus there. We haven't seen it yet. So that is definitely high on our list of what we want to do. Back at World, I really want to see Fantasmic. That's my favorite nighttime show, believe it or not.
Oh, yeah.
And the other one that I really want to see is the Finding Nemo, the musical. I cry every single time I watch that show. So I'm hoping that they keep the same kind of like emotional balance to it in this new version of it. So those are kind of my top 3 things, and also trying out a couple of new resorts along the way. We're hoping to stay at Old Key West or at Saratoga Springs for the first time this summer. So we'll see how that goes.
Well, the Marvel campus will not disappoint. Wow.
I don't doubt.
Yeah.
Wow.
It looks pretty cool.
It was really cool. It wasn't quite Radiator Springs Racers, the first year that I went to Cars Land. That was just so overwhelming with all the beautiful things. But the campus, with the amount of characters that are out constantly, the little shows that are happening around you all the time, you're going to love it. You're going to love it.
It sounds fun.
How about you, Roxy?
All right. So all kinds of things. I am really, really hoping to get a Space 220 and a Steakhouse 71 reservation. I've had no luck.
I have one. I hope we can actually go to it, though.
Oh, gosh. For which one did you get?
Space.
Oh, nice.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would spend the money definitely.
Yeah.
I would, to be good.
Okay. Well, send me a copy of your ID and what day your reservation times are. I'll just go.
Transfer it to me.
It is right before your cruise there, Brad. So maybe, if
My
you want
name's Sandy. Don't make fun.
Now, over in France at the Remy, the La Crêperie de Paris, I went up to the counter and it was amazing. We tried 2 of the different ones. I had one of the fruit ones and then I had the one with the sugar sugar
good.
butter or whatever. I
we're
want to
supposed to
sit in
go
the
there too.
restaurant and spend some time because it was amazing. So if anyone has a chance to go to the La Crêperie de Paris, definitely try a crepe because it is life-changing.
Oh, good. We're scheduled there too. I'm excited now.
Yeah, it's a really nice addition. So, and I'm going to try to sit inside, like I said, and have a lunch. And I am with you guys with the Avengers campus, and I also want to try the PIM Test Kitchen, which is one of the
Really
more
yummy.
popular dining locations there. And just want to compare Disney Springs, obviously, to downtown Disney in California. Obviously, it's a much smaller scale, but there's some different restaurants there that I'd like to check out in California and Disney Springs, or downtown Disney, which is, I still call it downtown Disney in Florida too, but some things die hard there. So I really want to do that. And I don't think it's much different, but Star Wars Land, California versus Star Wars Land, Florida. Just kind of look and feel, want to see if it's any, I've heard it's a little different, but it's very, very vague. You can't really notice too much. And Fantasmic is our favorite nighttime show. And Hollywood Studios is our favorite park. So I really want to see that. And now that it's back, I am going to try Genie Plus at least once.
Mm-hmm.
See if it's worth the money, see if it's worth how it works. And if I like how it's set up. I've heard, good and bad about it. So I am going to give it a try.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Have either of you tried the late night hours for deluxe resorts guests at all? That's something I'm looking forward to trying out because
haven't been out
apparently
since I
they're
started the camp.
amazing. So that's another thing that I kind of would like to try out.
They used to offer that, off and on, and I've done the late nights for a couple hours. It's been 3 or 4 years ago when they were doing that, but not since they've made this change where it's just deluxe resorts. So, and I'm not sure I'll get to do it this trip because if I'm staying at Port Orleans, that's not gonna happen. So,
That's true. Your next one.
Yep, exactly. Yep.
So Gina writes, Space 2020 for us. I can't wait for World of Color to return.
Oh, yes, please.
Definitely. Rebecca says Space 2020. If I can get a reservation, I got my fingers crossed for y'all.
Yeah, thank you.
Courtney says I got Steakhouse 71, but couldn't get Space 2020 either. I feel like those go like hotcakes, right? Like everybody is kind of trying to get those.
Sure. Like I said, I was literally on within 10 seconds.
It's crazy how fast they go.
Yep.
Jake says, hoping to try the Wilderness Trail Adventure and all signed up for the Tower of Terror 10 miler in April, which will be the first time for me. We're also trying Space 2020 Lounge this weekend for the first time. That's true too, actually. There's the lounge. So for those of you who kind of are torn between the two, you can always sign up for the lounge as well. And then Vicky says, still have not tried Gideon's Bakehouse cookies. Must do this year. Me too.
They're
Huge
good.
fan.
Totally.
Oh my gosh. And here's a little quick pro tip. They last well when you bring them home. I brought home like a dozen of them and didn't even get to them till like a week after we got home, and they were still really good.
I've heard that there's a separate location though that you can go to, like the original. So if you do have a car with you, there's not as much of the wait there at that location as there is at Disney Springs. So that's also an alternative. So Caleb says, I'm dreaming of doing a tour at Animal Kingdom. This is our Ivory 14th anniversary, and we are going to do the Caring for Giants tour for it.
Nice.
That's befitting, isn't it?
Nice.
There you go.
And Marianne says, I want to see Harmonious with a dessert party event. Yes. Not a fan of crowds. So looking forward to a dessert party splurge. Yes, especially after you got that nice lawn during the Christmas event. I can understand why. And then Dan says, we are staying at Beach Club for the first time, so Stormalong Bay is a must-do. Holly and Noah will be at the G3 Harmonious dessert party. Remy's didn't work out last time, so we need to do that. And we want to do Hoop-Dee-Doo at some point, and our first trip to Disneyland. Oh, I miss Hoop-Dee-Doo so much. I love Hoop-Dee-Doo.
That's a good list.
And then Dan says, I want to try out the following food locations: Steakhouse 51, Jico, and Yak and Yeti. Yak and Yeti, really? You haven't been there yet. That's a delicious one to try if you haven't been there yet. Space 2020, Homecoming, Skipper's Canteen, Three Bridges, and so much more. There are so many great places to eat.
Yeah, Homecoming's
unbelievable.
Homecoming's awesome if you have kids because the chicken and donuts is like to die for.
So good. And then Ron says, alluded to the new experience we're looking forward to in my countdown answer. Can't wait to finally stay in a Poly bungalow.
Yeah, there you go.
Amazing this year. Blessed to have done both Space 2020 and Steakhouse 71 when we were there the first week of October.
Wow,
And
nice.
I think it's good you're doing the Poly Bungalow 2 nights, because if you can't get until 4 and you have to be out by 11, I mean, honestly, 2 nights you need it. So that's good.
Definitely. Tim says late night deluxe hours are great and a must do. Okay, great. Thanks. Amy says I will be doing the late night at Magic Kingdom on Wednesday. Can't wait. Let us know how that goes, Amy. And then Kathy says, I tried Genie Plus, wasn't worth it for the rides, but I love the filters. My family had so much fun taking photos, but lesson learned, only buy Genie Plus for one and use the filters that way.
Oh boy.
And then Kathy also says, I haven't heard of anything good about Space 2020 yet. Laugh out loud.
One and done, huh?
I guess so. And then Vicky says, we did Magic Kingdom Late Night Deluxe, and it was great, not crowded at all. Okay, good. I'm excited by this. Now I only have to keep the kids up that late. Oh, that'll be the difficult part, right? And then Courtney says the Space 2020 Lounge is taking reservations now too. So there you go.
Oh, that's a good tip, because I'm doing adults only. Thank you.
Yeah, exactly. And then Amy says, I would like to do one of the less expensive Animal Kingdom tours, like Caring for Giants or the Rhino one. Me too. Those ones sound really interesting.
I've had a couple of clients do the Caring for the Giants, and they really liked it. If you like the animals.
We did the Starlight Safari one year. It was fantastic. Really enjoyed it. So Kathy says, forget the Gideon's cookies. Get Gideon's peanut butter coffee. Oh, thank me later. Gonna have to try that then. And then Tim says Steakhouse 71 was awesome in November, and we have it booked for February. Hoping Fantasmic opens for our February trip.
Yes.
Me too. And then Nick says, speaking of life-changing food, don't miss the hot cocoa marshmallow macaroon at DCA's Festival of the Holidays until January 9th. Amazing.
Good tip.
And then Carrie says, we are excited for Monte Cristo's at the Plaza to compare to the one at Disneyland. That sounds really yummy. I've heard good things.
Not going to compare.
No, you don't think so? You don't think they'll just take the same recipe?
Probably not. There's several other things that, Disneyland does.
Could be.
Disney
and then
World doesn't. It's not the same.
Churros.
Disneyland. Yeah, they're not the same. But hey,
so then,
but I'm a Disneyland guy. What can I say? Represent. So
yeah. And then Ron says, we really enjoyed Space 2020. We'll do it again. And then Gina says they don't compare between the two sandwiches. Of course they don't, Gina. There you go. Laugh out loud from Vicky on that one.
Yeah, Gina's a world traveler, so she's probably tried them both, haven't you, Gina?
Exactly.
All right.
So, Brad, you want to bring us into the next set of questions?
So that kind of looks like we're done with responses for the first one. Let's move on to number 2. Let's talk about new locations. Okay, are you staying at a different resort in 2022, or do you desire to try out something new? And I already mentioned that I'm staying in a resort for the first time to experience Port Orleans Riverside. However, I will say, I decided that I include this in here, that I actually do have a wait list because I wanted to stay in a deluxe in case they offer. Right now, they're not listing late night during that time for the extra hours. They may not, but in case they flip that switch and start adding them in, I wanted to be able to do it. So I've got a wait list on my home resort, my favorite resort, Jambo. But I also have a wait list out on Poly. I've never stayed at the Poly, even in on
the
cash
Poly
rooms.
is so much fun.
Never
I
been
love
there,
it.
so
Love it.
That's kind of my thing as far as staying somewhere new. I really want to try to stay in one of those if I can. And plus that will mean I don't have to pay cash. Staying at the Poly, I'm paying out of pocket. With the other one, I've got DVC points to take care of that. So anyway I go, though, I think I'm going to win because I know I'm going to enjoy Port Orleans or either one of the other ones. How about you?
Well, just like you, Brad, I have never stayed at a moderate resort. And so we are actually scheduled to be staying at Coronado Springs. So I'm really excited to try
Oh.
that out. We'll see if that comes to fruition. But
Are you staying in Coronado?
Mhm.
Isn't that where the Destino Tower is too? Is
That's where we're staying.
Mhm.
We're staying in
there
the
you go.
tower.
Very nice.
in the tower?
So yeah, so we're looking forward to that. And then also at the end of the summer, we're hoping to book where our booking window isn't open yet, but hoping to stay at either Old Key West or Saratoga Springs. Our chances are pretty good, I think. So those ones are going to be fun, especially Old Key West looks like they've done a fabulous job with the remodel of the lobby and
have.
everything. So it looks like it'll be
nice.
a nice relaxed day for us, especially because we're going to be driving. So those are the two that we're going to be doing that are a little bit different. And then California, I think we're just going to end up using probably the hubby's Marriott points or something to stay there. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
And what about you, Roxanne?
All right. So we're trying some new things as well, just like you guys. For G3, which is in February, we're staying at Copper Creek in a 1-bedroom, and which is interesting because I do own at Copper Creek. Haven't stayed there. I've stayed on the cash side at Wilderness Lodge. In one of the rooms when our kids were little, the bunk bedrooms. So that was kind of fun. And I've done Boulder Ridge, but have not, as a Copper Creek owner, actually stayed there. So that's going to check that one off the list and get that one done. And I'm really excited about that. We also have, so it's a split stay. We're staying at Bay Lake. Have stayed there before, but we are staying in a Grand Villa. I had some banked points. And I've never stayed in a Grand Villa on Disney World property. I've only stayed at Vero Beach in the 3-bedroom beach house once. So this is going to be a little splurge to get rid of those bank points because it's like use it or lose it, and wanted to use them up. And then, so that's going to be really fun because we haven't done that before. And we have stayed at Bay Lake, but not in a Grand Villa. So I'm excited.
That's going to be amazing.
I'm excited. And then the big splurge is going to be going out to California. We're going to do a 1-bedroom because there's 5 of us. So we have 3 kids. So you obviously can't fit in a studio. So you need to splurge, which is a budget buster, and not happy about that at all.
Yeah.
But what are you going to do?
Californian, right?
Yeah, we're at Grand California. And that's going to be good to check that one off the list and experience that one because we will have all 15 resorts.
I was going to say, at that point, you'll have done all of them.
I'll have 15
That's
done. And
cool.
then, and
then
I
love Grand Californian. It is amazing. It is a lot of points.
And full confession, Sandy's my travel agent, so she's booking my tickets for the parks. Obviously, I don't have a pass, so definitely use a travel agent to get those tickets booked for either Disney World or Disneyland if you do not have passes. So that's going to be great. So she's taking care of me there, and we are renting some of our Old Key West contract points to generate some cash to pay for our Grand Cal 1-bedroom. So that is a good use of. If you want to go out to California, can't get it at 7 months. It's like near impossible. Even a 1-bedroom is like really hard to get. Studios, forget it at 7 months. So rent it and then use the cash from my Disney World Old Key West point. So that is our strategy.
Yep. It's a great strategy.
Get you out there. And I definitely want to do the Grand Cal. So I'm excited about that.
Yep.
So what do we have here in the comments? We have Jake that says, Olani in the spring. Oh, I'm so excited for you.
Nice.
Let us know if you've been there before, Jake. And then Gina says, I think we are trying Grand Destino Tower in October. Not on the books yet, though. So I'll let you know how I like it, Gina, if I eventually ever make it there. And then Courtney says, yes, can't wait to do 3 goals this year. Poly, Riviera, and Grand Floridian. Bay Lake Tower is home. And then Tim says, we own at Animal Kingdom Lodge, and we were trying it this February for the first time. Oh, you're going to love it.
Oh,
I can't wait to hear what you think.
Yeah.
And then we have Rebecca who says, we are staying at the Grand Floridian and Copper Creek for the first time. Oh, that's great. And then Christy says, I'm staying at Boardwalk Villas and Copper Creek Villas for the first time in a 1-bedroom. Oh, Boardwalk is definitely on my bucket list. I know you guys have stayed there, but I haven't stayed there yet. And then Kathy says, we're staying at Vero Beach for the first time in April to try something different. Oh, it's my
nice.
home.
Nice.
Love, love, love Vero.
Beautiful.
Yeah. And then Kathy says, we loved Port Orleans, stayed at Riverside before the DVC membership.
Yeah, Riverside's a good option if you have 3 kids because you can fit 3 in a room there, whereas French Quarter you can't. So that's a nice thing to know.
Yep. And then Amy says, No new resorts on the books for 2022, but hoping to get one of those alternate layout 1-bedrooms at the boardwalk in the spring. It will be our first time in a 1-bedroom there. Oh, that sounds fun. And then Kathy says, what dates are the G3?
So it's most people are getting there February 4th, which is a Friday. Some people are getting in on the 2nd or 3rd. And most people are leaving like Monday, Tuesday. You know, like, so what is that? 6th or no, 4th. So it's like the 10th, I would say, are the main dates. There's a bunch of meetups over that weekend.
And then Vicky says, Sandy, talk to me about the Marriott Points Resorts in Anaheim. It is slim pickings at this point. Okay, I will. And then Patricia says, I want to try Poly also, but I want to really try the cabin at Copper Creek. And then Ron says, not sure if I can make it happen in 2022, but really want to stay at Grand Cal as soon as possible. Don't we all, Ron? Don't we all? And then Marianne says, we are staying at Old Key West in a 1-bedroom, not new resort, but it'll be so comfy. And then Jake says, no, have not been. It will be my first time in, but it's been a dream for a long time. Can't wait. That's in reference to his Olani. Yeah, exactly.
Yay. Gorgeous.
It's amazing. You're going to love it. And then Carrie says, we are newer owners and excited to stay at Beach Club Villas, which is their home resort on our own points. Also excited. We were able to grab a 5-night at the Grand Cal reservation for July. Wow,
that's a score. That's a huge
total
score. What kind of room did you get?
So then that brings us to our next set of questions, Brad.
Yeah. So moving on to question number 3, we've talked about new experiences you want to do in 2022. We talked about new locations you would like to try out, but how about new attractions? We've seen a lot of new things starting to open up in both Disneyland and Disney World over the last year and a half or so, and then more are on the way. And so as you look to 2022, I think this is one where it might be fun to expand it a little bit, because some of this we just don't know yet. They haven't made firm announcements on rides, but we'll let you dream a little bit if you're hoping before 2022 is open, finishes, that you'll get a chance to do those. I'll give you my first one for that. I know probably not going to happen for me, but I'd really like to see Tron. Hurry up.
That would be awesome.
It looks so good. It looks so far along. You're like, really, how much more work you got to do? But you can't see inside, so I don't know.
No, but when you're on the People Mover, you're looking over going, it looks like it's done. What's the problem?
Yeah, and you get really, part of those sections, it's close. It's like, wow. So I'm really hoping for Tron. I know I'm probably not going to get it, but thinking about what I know I can get for 2022, Remy. I've heard mixed bag on people saying they didn't like it as much or weren't impressed, but it's one of those ones where if you going in for it to be a thrill ride, you weren't paying attention. It's not a thrill ride. It's a magic ride. I used to tell people Disneyland is more of an amazement park than an amusement park. And I can't wait to experience Remy, because it's going to be amazing. I'm looking forward to doing Remy when I'm out there. And then we'll see. It sounds like, didn't they just announce Guardians at the, was it the end of
summer?
Yeah, summer.
Or no, they said summer in general. We'll see.
If I make it out towards the end of the year, I may have to swing over on my Universal trip. If it's open, I may have to just swing over there and just to ride that, because I want to check that out too. So those are the ones that are mainly on my list right now. I did get a knockout Marvel, the Academy. That was so amazing. My wife and I took a quick trip out to Disneyland this last time. We hung out with Gina. Hi, Gina. It was so much fun. Thank you. And, yeah, we went out there and got to experience that, got to do the web slinger and the things that we had that were brand new. And I'm just telling you that section in Disneyland, that was amazing. Oh, and I forget who it was mentioned. You asked about the Star Wars at Disneyland. If you haven't seen that yet, it's basically exactly the same. However, it is a nice experience because the park is so much smaller.
Okay.
Mm.
So to get
Nice.
to it, it
Yeah.
doesn't feel like I got to take a break and have a lunch before
Yep.
I can get to it. you get to it, and you still have 2 entrances and exits, and so that's a little bit different. But yeah, it's a great experience. So
Can't wait.
so how about you, Sandy?
Definitely Guardians. And we're kind of planning our trip for the end of the summer to hopefully be able to catch that. Fingers crossed. Just like you, I really hope that they come out with Tron this year, but who knows? Maybe they're saving it for the tail end of the 50th celebration and kind of when the 100th year starts. Who knows at this point, right? When they're going to be opening up that attraction. So there's that. And also to just see all the new stuff that they've put in. So we also haven't done Remy's yet. So I'm looking forward to that. And just having all the shows come back with kind of being remastered. That's going to be fun as well. And what about you, Roxanne?
All right. So my son Jack is graduating from high school. Woohoo! So his graduation present is a trip to Disneyland. So that is why we are booked in that Grand Cal 1-bedroom. And he's a huge Marvel fan. So we are going to do obviously the Spider-Man, the web slingers ride. And I am very excited about Marvel Land in general. And also we are also like making our little lists, kind of being geeks. We're like, okay, we're going to compare Tower of Terror, which is our favorite, to Guardians of the Galaxy, and see right and see how it compares. And like Space Mountain, I know in Florida you're like behind each other, but you're side by side in Disneyland. Like, and we're going to compare Star Wars Land to, we're going to kind of do the comparison because he knows the parks really well. He's been going since he was 3. He's now 18. So I think he's going to be a really good test, person for like, hey mom, I know this ride, but let me tell you how it's different. He's going to have to like give me like the lowdown before I go on stuff. But I'm excited about that, just to see it through his eyes and as a good graduation present. We also have 2 other teenagers, so we have 3 kids total, and I think it's going to be fun for them to experience Disneyland, having gone to Disney World so many times and kind of being like little connoisseurs over there, to kind of just see something different and just have a new experience. I think it's going to be really cool. And Sandy got us the park hoppers, so we're going to be able to go back and forth. And the nice thing when you have teenagers, they can kind of go off on their own. I think they can kind of go between the 2 parks because it's so condensed and kind of go around. And obviously when they were little, so it's been like, I don't know, 10, 11 years, Cars Land was huge. We loved Radiator Springs Racer. So obviously it'd be great to see that. So I'm just excited to like compare and contrast like Disney World, Disneyland, and kind of take it all in and just like, how does it differ and how is it the same, and just like new experience for 2022.
Well, like when I mentioned earlier, I if I had to pick my park, my home park is going to always be Disneyland because that's where I started out. But I'm not a homer. I mean, I love them all. I love Disney World. I love Disneyland. They're very different. But I promise you, Roxanne, when you start comparing those rides that they have together, you're going to be a convert. You're going to love Disneyland for what it offers. Yeah. Yes, castle's smaller. Yes, there's less.
Points at the new tower.
And that Guardian Tower is it is so much fun. That's the difference. Tower of Terror is still terror. Guardians is you're laughing. You're laughing so hard through that ride while you're screaming. It's just a great experience.
Like you said, Roxanne, we're all going to be stuck with having to buy points out on the West Coast now too.
That's coming.
Oh no, I'm in trouble.
And one thing, Roxanne, let me make sure to say this. Make sure, because it's easy when you get inside the Marvel Academy and into that area, to some things you'll kind of start to miss because they're not really, everything's done like you're really there. So suddenly a character shows up and you're like, oh, where did they come and what's that? Don't miss the actual Spider-Man show.
Okay.
This is a spoiler alert for all of you that need to mute this if you don't want to know. But if you didn't know, if you've been on a boat, just got here from China, there's a launch of Spider-Man, but he's not real.
Okay.
It's an animatronic. But you will never be able. It happens so fast, but you watching it, you're going, that can't possibly be an animatronic, but it is. It's way cool. So don't miss that. They do it kind of around the corner from the web slinger, and you'll see people starting to stack up on the side. You'll know, but don't miss that because that is really, really, really cool.
That sounds so cool. I can't wait.
I can't wait.
So much fun. So Jake says web slingers in March with the SoCal crew is what he's looking forward to. And then Courtney says Tron.
Yes,
I've been watching it for years. Yes, my son is addicted to that movie, especially the new one. I got you there, Courtney. And then Gina says Tron, Guardians, and the Quinjet at DCA. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. It's going to be great. And then Jake says, and not new to me, but happy to be back on the Incredicoaster for the first time since September 2019.
Another new
That
one.
was a really cool remake.
Yeah.
I loved the ride before,
did a
but
great
that
job on
really
that.
does plus it up. It
And
does.
Jack. Like, you gotta, who doesn't love Jack? And then Carrie says, we are excited to ride Remy in less than 3 weeks, but really hoping for the railroad to open at Magic Kingdom in 2022. I think that's linked very heavily to when they're going to reopen, when they're going to be opening Tron. So fingers crossed for
That's
the next year or so. And then Rebecca says, Rise of the Resistance and the new Avengers ride at Epcot. Yes, definitely. Guardians is going to be amazing. And then Marianne says, Guardians. Can't wait for Guardians. I'm with you there. That soundtrack's going to be stellar. And then Vicky says, same as Marianne, Guardians. I'm with you there, ladies. And then Jen says, I am really looking forward to the Guardians ride at Epcot. I'm seeing a theme here.
Count me in.
Exactly. And then Emily says, early June at Walt Disney World, maybe a preview of Guardians. Fingers crossed. So that's where we're at there. You know what I'm intrigued by? I saw no one comment in the comments that they are excited for the Star Cruiser.
Source.
Well, I guess that should have been on the very first one when we were talking about, new locations. You may never get there, but I'm dreaming. Yeah.
Oh, I'm dreaming of that one too. I've got 2 little kids who love their Star Wars movies. And
start saving now.
As soon as I win the lottery, but they tell me you got to buy a ticket to win the lottery. So
yeah, you need Powerball.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome. Well, listen, for all of you that have come out to join us tonight, thank you so much. Andy. Oh, Andy's can't wait to ride on Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. That's one that's kind of was such a hot item for so long. And the good news is it's getting a lot easier to get on that ride now. And so that's a good, and you'll enjoy that ride. It's once again, we go to Disney for the amazement. Mm-hmm. Sometimes we enjoy the amusement. And
there you go, Jen.
That is an amazement ride right there. That Mickey and Minnie's awesome.
Now, I'll be interested to see if people like Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway or Remy better, because I know which one I like better, but I think they're similar, but I won't say anymore.
I'll holler when I get back.
Let me know which one you like better.
Cool. And by the way, they're well on their way with the Mickey and Minnie Runaway. I say well on their way. So they're well on their way with Tron. But at Disneyland, when we were out there, man, the back part of Toontown's all, you can see the ride's building back there. They got sections of it blocked off where the new entrance is going to go in. So that's going to be exciting.
So we've got a couple more comments here.
Okay,
we got Emily saying, I would rather buy a new contract than spend 2 nights in a place with no pool or spa.
Me too.
I'm feeling like that might be kind of the status quo as far as like members, because we know how far we can stretch those points over how many years, and to spend that much just for one stay, it's difficult for us to kind of come to grips with that, I guess.
I think the Star Cruiser, the reality is, as much as everybody would do it if they could, don't you think that for most people, it's just it's a deal breaker because we don't live in a financial world where that makes sense.
Not attainable.
If money was no object, I'd be there tomorrow, but the money is an object, and so that I want to hold on to. So I think
the announcement even disappeared off the DVC website.
Oh, did it? Oh.
There you go. That tells you something.
Yep, that's crazy. Whoop, looks like we lost Sandy. Hi, Sandy. Thanks for stopping by. We love you.
And then somebody, Catherine, Mickey's is better than Remy. All right. So we got 1 vote for Mickey's Runaway. Good to know. I'm wondering what people think about that.
You're not supposed to tell me yet.
I don't know what happened.
You're back. Yay.
There she is. Shh, quiet.
Sorry about that, guys.
She's back.
I don't know.
So who else we got talking? Sandy?
I think that's, we've got Jen saying, so true, Emily, great point. That she would rather buy a contract.
Yeah.
And then what else do we have? Any other comments we got there going on, Gina, other than maybe Kathy?
Other than Vicky's very sad. Don't be sad,
Yeah.
Vicky. It's okay.
I think that's it for the comments for tonight. Brad, do you want to sign out for us?
So listen, we want to thank all of you for coming out and joining us. But one of the things we always hope when we do these podcasts, we love to sit around and chat with each other and talk about Disney because we love Disney. But in the end, our goal is not so that we have a chance to talk about it. What we desire is that we'll inspire you and encourage you to fall in love with Disney all over again, to desire to do the new things and the new experiences, because there's always something new. So we want to encourage all of you, start making plans. If you haven't made any yet, start making plans to get back out of there. It's time to get out of our lockdown prisons. And if you're looking to take part in that, then make sure you reach out to DVC Resale Market if you'd like to buy some points. If you want to rent some points, DVC Rental Store, both of them are sponsors. And of course, when you buy those points, if you need to finance, you want to make sure you check out Monera Financial, our sponsor. They have some great rates to help you to accomplish that task. So to all of you that join us week in and week out, thank you for joining us as we talk about the magic, and we look forward to seeing you again real soon. Take care.
Bye, folks. Happy New Year.
Night.
Yep.